May dalawang pangunahing layunin ang Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010. Una, ang hamon na dulot ng mga kalamidad at hazard ay dapat pagplanuhan. At pangalawa, mahalaga ang bahaging ginagampanan ng pamahalaan upang mabawasan ang pinsala at panganib dulot ng iba't ibang kalamidad at hazard. Binibigyang diin ng National Disaster Risk Reduction Framework ang pagiging handa ng bansa at mga komunidad sa panahon ng kalamidad at hazard. Sa pamamagitan nito, ang pinsala sa buhay at ari-arian ay maaaring mapababa o maiwasan. Isinusulong din ng PDRRM framework ang kaisipan na ang paglutas sa mga suliranin at hamong pangkapaligiran ay hindi labang tungkulin ng ating pamahalaan. Ang proseso sa pagbuo ng isang disaster management plan ay dapat na produkto ng pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan ng iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan. Ang mga sektor ng lipunan na ito ay ang pamahalaan, private sector, business sector, non-government organization, at mga mamamayang naninirahan sa isang partikular na komunidad. Ang ganitong proseso ay tinatawag na community-based disaster and risk management. Sa kasalukuyan, isinusulong din ng National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council ang community-based disaster and risk management approach sa pagbuo ng mga plano at polisiya sa pagharap sa mga suliranin at hamong pangkapaligiran.
result, contributing to the effect the waves reach more than 5 meters high. The Philippines sits within the Ring of Fire of volcanoes in the Pacific, and so is a very active region for seismic activity and volcanoes. The dense oceanic Philippine crust subducts under the Eurasian continental plate, forming a destructive plate boundary and producing volcanoes, allowing magma to reach the Earth's surface as a result. There are a total of 25 active volcanoes in the country, as stated by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, many of which have the potential to cause massive disasters. June through September of 1991 saw a very large and devastating volcanic eruption of Mount Pinatubo, located just north of the densely populated Manila. There was a total of 700 people killed and thousands more affected and injured, many of which were the indigenous people of the region who lost everything. Pyroclastic flows and lahars were the main cause of destruction that flowed down the north side of the mountain. Luckily, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology saved at least 5,000 lives and $250 million in damage because of their forecasting of the eruption and response to evacuate. The Philippines is an LIC with a fairly high population density, especially in the megacity of Manila, and the majority of its population living in poverty, along with an increasing youthful population. This means that when disaster does strike, the economic effects on the people is often severe, and people can be affected and suffering for years to follow. The fact that so many hazards can hit the island so often is particularly worrying for its population. In response, the government has established several organisations to carry out forecasting, warning, hazard risk assessment, disaster training and education to try to prevent the effects becoming more severe on the country. Land use planning and building regulation, structural programs and defences can also help the people survive the huge range of hazards facing them.